This time, she said she did not want to name Diddy. She said she was afraid that she wouldn't be believed and that later on, the rapper would harm her.
Jay, you told us. You told us.
You put the boost to that girl. And Kim Porter put her life.
What happened from 8 to 11? And why did all Kim's stuff come up missing?
All y'all up for free.
Do you feel like they're trying to silence you?
Of course they're trying to silence me. That's why they sent shooters to 87th Street. Daryl's Chicken and try to shoot me down in the middle of the day.
D-I-D-D-Y. D-E-V-I-F.
This is going to be paid off. There's another NDA. It's terrible.
Girl, you won't believe what just happened. Jaguar Wright, that powerhouse singer, just dropped some major tea on Diddy, and it's intense. She claims he tried to put a hit on her. Can you imagine? A music mogul trying to silence her. The whole thing is chilling. Jaguar is out here risking it all to expose the industry's dark side. And we're here for every jaw-dropping detail. Ready for this ride? It's about to get wild.
I've seen what they do. The ritualistic behaviors, the drinking, putting girls in the suitcases, dumping them in alleyways. It's horrifying.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself.
Girl, you won't believe Jaguar Wright. She's got a voice like honey over velvet. Smooth, sweet, but sharp enough to make you sit up. Backing up icons like The Roots, Jay-Z, and Al Green. She's a force in R&B. But trust, she's more than a voice. Jaguar's got a rep for dropping raw truths about the industry. She's like a one-woman WikiLeaks, exposing the shady deals and drama behind the scenes. Her latest tea? It's got everyone buzzing, ears perked like meerkats. She's not just spilling, she's tipping the whole kettle. And honey, this isn't weak chamomile. It's strong enough to keep you up all night.
10 AR-15s pointed in my face. A guy in the bushes at the window. If it wasn't for me sitting there holding that teddy bear. What if I got fans out there that are kind of disgusted about the whole thing? He said he was getting death threats. He said they kept calling him a snitch and was threatening to harm him and his midnight colored wife. And that Cocoa Crispy Milk baby. You know that they live in that Buick.
Oh, man.
You know, he wanted to be in the Nature Boy camp.
Nah, okay.
The boy, the Kulu. He's the one that hates Solar. He's the one that started the rumor saying that me and Solar had an intimate relationship. Because he was jealous that I took Solar and Shaka under my wing. He wanted to be a part of them. He wanted to be in there, but he ain't get accepted. He got rejected. Can you imagine?
That's hard. Yeah.
Who the fuck gets rejected from Nature Boy? He takes everybody, G.
The cult says no.
Like, that's like the devil saying, no, not that one.
The devil swipe left. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, but that's how this boy became, obsessed with hunting down because they rejected him. So he started stalking them. And in the interest of the public. Yeah, but you wanted to eat the seminal fluid you wanted to take the sacramite. You wanted to be down. You wanted to. Yeah.
So.
And guess what? He even lied about that. He even lied about turning me in. He lied about everything, And I asked King World 2020 the other day, you want to call me a liar and you want to sit up here and defend people that you've never met. And you've also never met me. Let's talk about people that you have met. How about we talk about people you actually know? Why did Devon lie? Why did Kulu lie? I don't know why he lied. I don't even care. I don't know why he did it. but this is your most trusted ally. Y'all like got yourselves as like the neighborhood watch for YouTube. And he's a liar.
But here's where it gets wild. Jaguar's pointing fingers at Diddy, and it's not to groove to asterisk bad boy for life asterisk nope. She's calling out some seriously shady business. We're talking claims that would make even the toughest moguls blush. Diddy, the hip-hop titan with more connections than a switchboard, is suddenly in Jaguar's crosshairs, like a player in her high-stakes game of truth or dare. But why? What's driving Jaguar to risk it all? Taking on one of the biggest names in hip-hop? Is it personal beef? Does she know something we don't? Or is she just done with the dark side of the industry, ready to throw on the lights for everyone to see? Whatever her reason, Jaguar isn't backing down. She's standing her ground like roots in deep soil, wielding her courage like a lion tamer at feeding time, taking on a mogul known for making problems vanish. It's David versus Goliath, but this time, Jaguar's weapon isn't a slingshot, it's her mic, and she's wielding it with every ounce of truth she's got. And let me tell you, the way she's holding it might just make it mightier than any sword Goliath could bring. So buckle up, because this ride is only beginning. Jaguar is spilling tea that's red hot, and it's looking like Diddy might be the one getting burned. Will he brush it off, or is this the spark that lights a fire in the industry? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, we'll be glued to every sizzling second.
You should be ashamed of yourselves. And all of you bitches that won't speak, I hope you get charged right with them as an accessory before, during, or after each crime, because every bitch that's been around Diddy seen Diddy beat a bitch. Period.
So, we've seen Diddy do a public apology.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
That's my thought. You just did a statement a month ago saying you never done nothing like that. Now you say different? My. How illuminating? When was you lying? When you said you never done nothing like that after you got shown doing it? It must suck to know that Jay-Z is most likely paid for all of this to be done to you. You little booty hole brother. Fucking thing one and thing two.
Did he?
They are psychopaths. And they have been working together for the better part of 25 years. They collect victims. They compete. And they claim their prizes. You know, there was a movie called Kiss the Girls. Do you remember that with Morgan Freeman? And
No, I definitely remember that. Yep.
And remember, they were looking for the Casanova unaliver, the serial killer. And as they went into their investigation, they started seeing that certain crimes were mirroring one another. Two different styles. Same hunt, same kill. They came to find out that it was two of them working, mirroring, competing. One type of woman grabbed one way, same type of woman grabbed another way on the other side of the country. They were able to find their lunar cycle and how they hunted and when they picked. And guess what? It was the sloppy one that got him caught. Because it was the sophisticated one that taught him how to hunt. You remember that?
Yep.
What if I told you I was Ashley Judd?
Sak ra hokais Diddy hamisha jeet jata hai jabas par itna gand hoda hai jitna a kichit mean gus whale hain. Kaya wusach mean industry k, baddest boy, hi ya sab dun hi. Diddy, Admi, Asana, Mogul. Bad Boy Records, C. John or Sirak C. Revolt, TB Tac. Uska Empire Har Jaga Fela Hai. Magar is Power Key Soft Scandals B. Uden Hai Hain. R. Diddy Ki Upar Itni Controversies Hain Ki Eek Love. And Hip Hop Season Bar J. Mace Key Publishing Rights. The Elox Key Masters. R. Craig Mackcott Ignore Homa. Elis CVS Ki Jitna B. Kichit of Hallow. Wu Hamisha Sarap Ki Tara Chamakta Reda Hai. Ekipal Wu Trouble Main Hoda Hai. R. Agol Pal Saves Body Party Host Car Roha Hoda Hai. With every A-lister on speed dial.
Sean Carter is just as bad as the diddler. And I know that for a fact. I got the scars to prove it.
So there's been so many people on the internet trying to figure out where you are. They're watching you. They're doing all types of stuff trying to figure you
You
out.
want to know what a box cutter feels like going into your skin and ripping you? I can tell you how it feels. Y'all ain't seen shit yet. That Cassie shit, that's nothing.
So are you trying to say like Jay-Z put hands on you?
I'm saying Sean Carter remembers everything he did to me and he's got it on tape. Just like Diddy. And they're gonna be crazy. It's gonna be the women that give him in the end.
So you say that that Jay
Fuck Jay-Z! And I think it's time for him to start speaking up about his very good friend. Just 9 months ago, you were singing his praises. All that he's done for the culture. And how you gotta be crazy like Diddy to make it. Then you didn't want to sit next to him at the Grammys. Told everybody that he had cooties. And canceled the Rock Nation brunch, which is your favorite event. Because that's how you line up who you gonna move around next year. Like y'all did with Clarence Avon. I'm gonna get you. And I told you I would. And I'm gonna keep my word. And you're gonna pay me in full. I got your boy Diddy by the nuts. How long you think before I'll have yours right here in mine?
Now I'm not saying Diddy's got some kind of voodoo protection or nothing, but you got to wonder how he keeps dodging these bullets like he's in the Matrix. Is it his charm, his connections, or maybe it's that infectious laugh that just makes you want to forgive him for anything, whatever it is. It's worked like a charm until now. See Jaguar Wright's accusations. They're hitting different. It's like she's got the key to Pandora's box. And she's not afraid to turn that lock. People are listening. And they're not just brushing it off like they usually do when someone comes for Diddy. It's got folks side I am him harder than when he changed his name for the nth time. So here's the million-dollar question. Is this the beginning of the end for Diddy's untouchable status? Or is it just another Tuesday in the music biz? Cause let's be real, This ain't the first time someone's tried to take a shot at the king, but something feels different this time around. It's like the whole industry is holding a breath waiting to see if this is the scandal that finally sticks. Maybe it's because Jaguar is not just some random person looking for clout. She's got credentials longer than a Kanye West rant. And she's not backing down, or maybe it's because people are finally ready to really listen to what's been going on behind them velvet ropes and VIP sections. One thing's for sure. The WDA Diddy comes out of this smelling like roses or not. The game is changing. The days of sweep things under the rug might be over. And even the biggest names in the business are going to have to watch their step. Because if Diddy can fall, ain't nobody safe in this industry. So grab your popcorn and settle in, because this show is just getting started. And honey, it's going to be one hell of a ride.
What would it take for Jay-Z to go down like Diddy did?
I don't know. But I got an idea that Evan Rogers is going to help me figure that out.
And who is Evan?
Evan was the producer who only seemed to work on teeny bopper projects, who discovered Rihanna at 3 a.m. in the morning in a hotel room on the island where she comes from, with no parental supervision. And then she was put on a private plane, a minor, from one country to another, without parental supervision. And she ended up in a boardroom with Mr. Carter, without parental supervision. Y'all got young children. Would you just let your daughter leave and go to a whole other country with some motherfucking niggas you don't know?
Absolutely not.
Doing talent shows at 3 a.m.
So you're saying that the rumors are true. There are rumors circulating that Rihanna was actually trafficked here. Are you saying that
Starting to
that's...
sound that way, don't it? Because her daddy ain't show up till 24 hours later to pick up a $500,000 check for his daughter's ass. Maybe we should look more into that album, Auntie. That album cover was disturbing. A child bride with a crown over her head and blood smeared on her face. I don't know. How don't people see SOSs anymore? I mean, who knows? Maybe I'm just crazy.
So do you think that there will ever be a space or a time where Rihanna may come forward and express some of her experiences?
I don't know, but I'm working on it. I'm working round the clock. She didn't look comfortable pregnant, throwing up that goddamn diamond sign during the Super Bowl. Word has it, she didn't want to do it at all. She just had no choice. And then she was forced to step down from her billion-dollar company so she could be a mom. I guess that's what happens when your pimp put up all the money in the first place.
Do you think that's also the reason why the album situation is what it is, where she's not dropping any music?
I mean, if I was her, I wouldn't. More music means more indebted. More music means more money laundering. More music means she stays a shell corporation and not a human being. You wanna know what's funny? The only difference between Inga Marchand and Rihanna is that one was international, the other one was right next door. Both about 14, both tender, both damn near versions, both mid-rated by Sean Carter. I don't know. I wonder how Rihanna's feeling about being replaced by Blue Ivy.
Y'all might be wondering, what could be bigger than the tea we've already spilled? Well, hold onto your wigs because Jaguar Wright is about to snatch them clean off. When I said the game was changing, I meant it. We're talking stakes higher than Snoop on 420s. Jaguar's claiming that Diddy didn't just want her quiet. He allegedly wanted her asterisk gone asterisk, and no, honey, I'm not talking about a Billboard hit. Can you imagine? A music icon, a mogul who's been to the White House and shaped a generation, allegedly trying to silence someone permanently. It's like finding out your sweet auntie's running an underground fight club. You just can't believe it. Jaguar says Diddy felt threatened by what she knows, but what could be that big? What kind of secrets could shake his empire to its core? We're talking dirt that could flip the industry upside down, faster than a surprise album drop. Is it shady deals that make asterisk the Wolf of Wall Street asterisk look tame? Or secrets on other artists that could end careers? Whatever it is, it's allegedly got Diddy ready to risk it all to keep it buried.
Walking in the court, to discuss this situation. And
I expect to walk out.
there you go. And boom, goes the dynamite.
And that's what I do. That's what I've been doing. I told him last year when I walked out, all charges dismissed. It's gonna be that.
Is God telling you this? Because I just feel like you just know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So like you already know when you go in there. Like I'm coming out.
Yeah. He determines. You know, I decided, I don't know, the name of that production company still is just irking me. Because I really do walk by faith. I devoted my life to walking by faith. I don't worry about what human beings are saying or doing because I know what God said. And the closer that I walk to that, to those words and live by that motto, I don't worry about nothing. Like when I say Jag don't give no fucks, I mean literally because I don't worry about nothing. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. It was already written, so ain't nothing I can do to change it. The only thing that I can do is stay out of its way, accept it, or maybe bend it. You can't change the future, but you can bend circumstances.
Yeah.
And I'm an airbender.
Yeah.
I dance on that line because I know the power of the tongue. And I know if I believe it and I say it, it will be ashe. See, I believe things a little differently than most people do. That's why I'm so confusing. I get it. I wouldn't believe me if I was them either. They sleeped in a woke. Understand me. I'm conscious, you're not. And that. We were in the airport and we're on the moving walkway. And I said, count how many people got phones out. I just do that. 85% of the people that were around look like zombies. And the people that weren't looking down,
On my phone.
I don't know what to do without my phone.
The plot is thickening faster than my waistline at Thanksgiving, honey. Every time Jaguar opens her mouth, she adds another layer to this drama cake, and trust me, it's looking more likely to topple over and make a mess in the music industry. But here's the gag. Jaguar isn't backing down. She's standing her ground like she's wearing cement shoes, refusing to be silenced, even with alleged threats on her life. It's like David versus Goliath, but this time David's got a mic instead of a slingshot, and Goliath has an army of lawyers and PR pros. Jaguar's spilling tea like it's the Boston Tea Party, ready to start a whole revolution. But is she playing with fire? Or is this the match that could burn down music industry empires? Let's be real. If even half of what she's saying is true, we could see a domino effect that topples more careers than a poorly timed tweet. Some folks are calling her brave, a whistleblower risking it all to expose the truth. Others think she's just bitter, trying to snag her moment in the spotlight by taking down a giant. Whether you believe her or not, one thing's for sure, the whole industry is on edge, wondering who will be left standing when the music stops. So grab your popcorn and settle in, because this drama is far from over.
It's been until we break it. And we should break it. We haven't done right. And we need to let the future make the choices because they're the ones that are going to have to live out those consequences. When I think about Tupac and I think about Nipsey, I become embarrassed because if people had started speaking up about Diddy sooner, Nipsey might still be here. Takeoff might still be here. If I had spoke on what I suspected back in the late 90s, Lamont Coleman might still be here. We fucked it up. Generation Z, we just need to clean up our mess and we need to give it to them. That's what's right. I don't know, maybe that sounds crazy, but that's what's right.
Thank you, Jack.
Well, Tiffany's on her way. We're having Roscoe's by the pool. I'm going to give you guys a call. She wants to meet you.
Okay, cool. All right, give us a call.
Love you.
Bye.
Back, Jack.
And hey, no means no.
Right.
And don't believe the hype.
Will Jaguar's revelations be the straw that breaks the camel's back? Or will Diddy rush it off like he's done before? One thing's certain, the next track in this industry playlist is going to be a banger. And we're all ears for how it plays out.
Now imagine all your hopes and dreams. You're making $500 a week. You just spent $1,000. And you ain't even paid for your promo pictures yet. Gotta have a promo picture with a bio to go with the CD or the cassette tape or the DAT tape. That's what it was like for us. Now you gotta sit there and pray he's not a fucking pervert. You gotta pray he doesn't have cameras in the dressing room. You gotta pray that he doesn't grab your tit again to let you know that you need to drop your shirt a little bit more. But this is the guy that everybody goes to. This is the guy that's approved. This is the guy that they don't want to see anybody else's work but him. So, you know, hopefully you avoid being sexually harassed or assaulted. Now you $2,000 in. And you go up to that company and you sit with these motherfuckers. And they smile and they listen to your shit in front of you and they telling you, yeah. Yeah, well, you know, we about to start signing again. Yo, I feel you, kid. Yo, this shit is dope. Yo, man, this shit is... Yeah, you walking out on top of the world. And before you turn the fucking corner after you close the door, they're calling you every fucking thing but a child of God and fucking throwing your shit in the trash. And no one's ever gonna hear it. Imagine how many millions of motherfucking people have that experience. Over 800,000 artists are signed every year worldwide, and yet your list of celebrities is less than 250. Out of that, maybe 10 of them will become superstars, megastars. Tell me something. How many of their best rivals ended up in the trash? How many motherfuckers had that gift and that ability and they went to that label and they said, we're going to sign you, we're going to promote you, and we're going to do this, knowing they're never going to do anything. They're going to put you on the fucking shelf because Clive Davis paid them to sign you so you be stuck. And for a favor from him later. Maybe a nomination for a Grammy. Imagine that. You're trapped in that fucking deal. Better yet, let me put a face to it. Bobby Sessions.
Close to home.
That's not close to home. That's fucking bull's eye. What happened to Bobby Sessions? 8 years ago, he was supposed to be the hottest thing out of Dallas. Everything was great. Everything was wonderful. He was being looked at. He was actually almost saw as a rival for Big Sean at one point. Got signed to Def Jam. Def Jam. Bobby Sessions. That should have been an easy win. Community activist. Had his sexy on, hung in the right crowds. Where's Bobby Sessions? Def Jam recording artist. Wonder who paid to get him out the way. Because that motherfucker was on fire until he put his name on that paper. Somebody tell me I'm lying.
That is right.